Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos on Channels Television. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Coming up on the program, Governor Sanwo-Olu acquires 2 new trains for Red Line project. Lagos launches 800 Naira levy for informal transport sector. And Lagos holds 2021 Health Service Commission Forum. We kick off the show with the news of 2 brand new Talgo 330 km/h trains acquired by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for the Red Line Rail project. Take a look.
The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has acquired 2 sets of new 10-car Talgo 330 km/h trains for Lagos Red Line Rail project. The governor completed the acquisition deal of the trains at the Milwaukee facilities of Spanish train manufacturer Talgo Incorporated in the United States. The trains will be heading to Lagos, Nigeria for the Red Line, a 37-kilometer track rail project with 11 stations. When completed, it will be the first operational metro system in West Africa. Governor Sanwo-Olu says himself and some of the cabinet members inspected the interior of the trains and are satisfied because it fits into the tracks of the Red Line in Lagos.
Train is not something you just go on the shelf and pick up, right? And so we've been pretty challenged knowing where we can get brand new trains like this. And so we're very, very lucky that our partnership and our conversations with some of our partners here started with Talgo about a month and a half ago. And because of Christmas and New Year, we couldn't close it up. But I'm so excited that within the first month of the year, we've been able to take a trip, a very deserving one for that matter. And we've seen our beautiful white and red train. Coincidentally, the rail line is called a red line. It's called a red line. And so you can see they've given us the color as well. So we're just going to brand it and put up our seal there. And we're believing that this will be the beginning of bigger things that will happen with Talgo. So I want to thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. I want to thank you for the great work, and the ease of doing business. You've given a business like Talgo, to continue to do what they know how to do well, which is providing a sustenance, of livelihood for our citizens, be it in Nigeria, be it in Lagos, be it in Milwaukee. It's all about providing jobs for our people, and that's what we're doing. It's about ensuring that we can build our economy, is that our people can move from one location to another, and businesses can grow.
The managing director of Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority says that the Talgo 330 km/h trains will go a long way in addressing passenger traffic in the state.
Lagos has a city that is over 20 million number. So it's a matter of you choose your pick. We used to call ourselves a 22 million people state, but we can be all the way up to 27 million with the new research that's going on in Lagos. So that gives you a sort of size of what Lagos is and the number of people that we need to move. From a perception of trips that we expect to make in Lagos, we're looking at nothing less than 22 million trips in a day, and I'm talking trips. So you can begin to imagine the enormity of what Lagos has to deal with in terms of passenger traffic.
The Red Line project is one of the major priorities of the governor's administration, and the newly acquired Talgo 330 km/h intra-city metropolitan trains is a big step towards ensuring that it commences operation by the last quarter of 2022.
The Lagos State government and stakeholders in the transportation sector have signed an agreement and officially unveiled the consolidated levy of 800 Naira to harmonize dues collected from commercial motorists. A new era, you may say, for all concerned.
Over the years, yellow buses in Lagos State have been the only means of road transportation for residents before the introduction of bus rapid transit system by the state government. The informal transport sector dictates the transport fare for commuters and pays tax to the state for the services of different government agencies at bus parks across the state. But now, the mode of tax payment for commercial motorists under the National Union of Road Transport Workers in Lagos is about to change, as the state government announces a consolidated 800 naira daily levy for those in the sector, which will commence in February. The Commissioner for Finance explains the motive behind the initiative.
It is buttressed on the fact that we need to harmonize the transport levy collection process. We all know that dues to unions and to associations is constitutionally correct. For example, accountants pay their dues to their respective accounting bodies like ICANN, like ACCA. So also the lawyers pay their dues to MBA and other boards. And that's why we believe that the transport sector also that has definitive bodies like the NURTW, like the RITRIAN, they also have constitutional responsibility, or they are constitutionally protected to also collect dues from their members. What the government has done in this realm is to organize the collection process, to make it more structured, so that those collecting dues will not be running after vehicles, because ICANN do not run after me. MBA do not run after lawyers. So we have come together to say that we want to put in a structure of the collection process so that we can improve the look and feel of our transport sector. We want to reduce the multiplicity of taxes. People have complained a lot, you pay parking fees, you pay motor fees, you pay this and, and all sorts of taxes, dues and levies, either due to government or association. This consolidated informal transport sector levy will consolidate all taxes, all dues, all levies due to government and association bodies. We want to eradicate harassment of bus drivers by reducing interface of one collection agent. What this consolidated transport sector levy will do for us is to harmonize this. Once they pay from their point of loading, that will be the single charge in a day. And this single charge, as we are going to be announcing today, is an 800 naira charge that transverses both what the union will collect, what LRS will collect for personal income tax, what LOMA will collect, what LASEPA will collect, and that is the arrangement.
The special advisor to Governor Sanwo-Olu on transportation says a tax card will be issued to bus operators to help achieve a hitch-free exercise.
Instead of motor parks now charging their members for cleaning of their motor parks, that one has become a thing of past. LOMA also is incorporated, so LOMA will now organize themselves. They'll be going to park periodically to clear and clean the parks. So the drivers will also have a good time this time around. They also, from this 800 naira, the drivers, as the name will be submitted by the National Union of Return, they now be entitled to a tax card, because from this 800 naira, that one is embedded also. Basically, 800 naira is government tax collectible, and then to be shared among all the ministry departments. After this 800, there shall not be any government money ticket issued to any motorist again in Lagos State. We have art bureaus in our various offices. We have art bureaus in banking industry. We have art bureaus in courts. So we are going to deal with issue of art bureau holistically, and then the police force will help us in dealing with that. On our own part, Minister of Transport has been so proactive. That trend has been dealt with, and then it is now mandatory for RITIAN and National Union members to always wear uniform while on duty. So any other person you see not in uniform are not member of National Union, they are not member of road transport. So you have the constitutional right also to be the mouthpiece of the government.
The state chairman of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, Musiliu Akinsoya, known as MC Oluomo, explains the 800 naira is different from the NURTW levy.
Union, a máa sọ tax before tẹ́lẹ̀, but sábà sọ tax yẹn.
We met with the Lagos State government and told them to harmonize the levy paid by transport operators. So the 800 naira will only cover government tax. It does not stop the NURTW from collecting a statutory levy.
Ojukwu kò affect national union ticket.
And the chairman of the State Internal Revenue Service, as well as the head of all local government chairmen in Lagos State, seek the cooperation of the Transport Union in making the initiative achievable.
All this arrangement is geared towards development of Lagos in support of our dear governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who has a lot of lofty dreams, lofty programs for Lagos, including infrastructural changes, including provision of social services. So we all know that you cannot have any meaningful development without mobilization of resources. Money is very key in every aspect of our lives. So this is one of the ways of amassing such money for all the various stakeholders that we have spoken about. LRS is charged with raising revenue for the state, usually through the state taxes. And then we all have, we have the local government who is also responsible for grassroots. They are the ones closest to grassroots. They are the ones who manage a lot of these stations, and they have a lot to do, a lot to contribute to development. Residents and citizens of Lagos have a responsibility, have a fiscal responsibility. There's a social contract. The contract is that the government will govern well, create all the various rules and all the various policies that will lead to a civil society, and it expects also that all the residents of the state will also be responsible citizens who will live in a lawful manner so that we can have a very decent society. This also is part of the attempt to improve the certain living standards.
On behalf of all local government in Lagos State, whatever levy that is apportioned to us will be spent judiciously to further address all the deficit that we have in our infrastructural and healthcare and other areas that are begging and yearning for the attention of the local government in Lagos State. It will be spent judiciously. And also that the park, which is within the purview of the local government, will not be left untouched in this area. So you will witness a good park in Lagos State.
The signing of the agreement between Lagos State, the local government and various unions in the transportation sector is aimed at bringing sanity into the motor parks, but time will be the test of its success.
Our 800 naira ticket.
The Lagos State Health Service Commission has assured residents of providing quality and standard service across its primary and secondary hospitals in the state. This was echoed at the 2021 Health Service Commission Forum.
I have absolutely no doubt.
It's the Lagos State Health Service Commission Forum for the year 2021 at Levy in Lagos. As part of efforts to deliver quality healthcare services to residents of Lagos, the state government has brought together practitioners in the health sector to brainstorm on how to build a world-class health system for the state. The chairman of the Health Service Commission explains the state government's investment in the sector and how it can be better.
The world is constantly evolving, and as such, the health sector needs to adapt itself to the changing dynamics through creativity, innovations such as technology, and embracing reforms. Health Service Commission has a responsibility to provide qualitative health service delivery to the entire populace of Lagos State and beyond its shores. There has been a lot of focus on capacity building, which is paramount in actualizing our vision of being a world-class human resource agency. The Commission has developed the capacity of all our health personnel to international standards, particularly trainings on the BLS, emergency trainings, ACLS, ATLS, and pediatric emergencies and obstetric emergency cares. HSC, therefore, has grown over the years and metamorphosed into the 28 secondary health facilities.
Experts in the sector call for more investment in the health system and cooperation between orthodox and traditional medicine.
Health sector started the private-public partnership in government. At that time, there was no office of PPP, either in Lagos State or in any state government at all. But the health sector championed it. And I'm laying emphasis on this, not necessarily for personal gain, but for you to appreciate the importance of what you are doing today. That you are on the right track, you don't even have a choice, is the way to go.
The Traditional Medicine Board is 42 years old, yet it's still crawling. I want the whole people here, this gathering, to please take something home, and that is, we need cooperation. We need cooperation between the orthodox and the traditional. It is not fetish the way people look at it. When you talk about fetish, you are moving towards the devil. Our parents and grandparents, ancestors have been living, taking care of their health before the servitude time came. With servitude, it looked as if they have emptied our brains. They have removed so many things that we think so little, we belittle ourselves. There's a misconception that must be changed. Traditional medicine is not fetish. We are working very hard to make sure that our culture and our traditions are retained, so that the health system will be upgraded to the state that we have parallel health system between the orthodox and the traditional.
The handshake between the Health Service Commission and the Primary Healthcare Board needs to be strengthened, so that we have a multiple way referral system in place, so that the patients can get a holistic care all the way to the community. So it's not sufficient to keep repeating the treatment of patients without referring them to the primary health centers closest to them. Secondly, I also think that we need to emphasize training on attitudinal change for our staff beyond skills acquisition, so that we can improve the patient experience and quality delivery of services.
And the State Commissioner for Health, who doubles as the Deputy Incident Commander, Professor Akiabayomi, says government will not stop at reshaping the health sector for the benefit of the people, which stands on an 8 strategic structure.
We've put in here 8 key strategic initiatives of the Ministry of Health. The first key strategy is to strengthen our regulatory and governance framework. We are going through a health sector reform review process so that we can make recommendations to the Ministry of Justice to strengthen our laws and to bring them up to date with evolving trends in biotechnology, ethics, and philosophy. We are embarking on major infrastructural transformation, and we are either at a process of significant new designs, and in some places we have been able to translate those new designs into ongoing infrastructural construction, and you will start to see the landscape of the medical infrastructure of Lagos State transforming over the next few years. The third item is to digitalize the health sector. And this is a major strategy of this dispensation. We're building what we call the Smart Health Information Platform. Again, that's a PPP, and we are at an advanced stage of designing the concept, and we have put out a bid, and we are assessing the contenders who are going to obviously have the skills to build a Lagos State Smart Health Information Platform, which we believe is going to make the system more efficient, is going to transform it, it's going to include the evolution of digital technology that is able to move information very quickly within the state and internationally so that we can join the international community in advancing the level and benchmark services that we're producing in Lagos State. You will see that we're trying to strengthen our health financing structure through the Lagos State Health Insurance Scheme. And then we're going to establish a medical innovation and industrial zone. We learned from the COVID experience that we should not be caught unawares, and that Lagos State indeed needs to have a resilience such that we're able to develop our own masks, our own PPE, develop our own test assays, be able to contribute to the international community of scientists to develop vaccines that are suitable and therapeutic interventions that are suitable for our community.
The Secretary to the State Government, Falashade Jaji, who is representing the Lagos State Governor, also says government will continue to show commitment in skill enhancement and infrastructure development to help improve healthcare services.
The development of the health sector to adequately cater to the health needs of the people effectively and efficiently has been one of the key priorities of this administration, as expressed in the health/environment pillar of our themes agenda, which we have faithfully implemented in the past 31 months. The success we have recorded in the management of the COVID-19 pandemic, of which our state is the epicenter, is a testament to the quality and resilience of our health system. We must also accept the fact that the pandemic is a wake-up call for us to do more and bridge identified gaps in our healthcare system. Building a world-class health system is our goal and priority, because nothing less can complement the status of a mega city and the 21st century economy we all desire for our state. Achieving this goal would entail enhancing the delivery capacity of all health facilities at primary, secondary, and tertiary levels in terms of availability of modern health equipment, qualified and motivated health personnel, as well as providing a conducive environment for private sector participation in the health sector. As a government, we will continue to play the role expected of us to build a world-class health system that will not only curb medical tourism outside the country, but also improve the potential of earning foreign exchange from foreigners seeking medical care in our health facilities.
Deliberations reached at this fourth annual forum is expected to provide solutions to the challenges facing the state primary and secondary healthcare systems in Lagos.
This is where we call it a day on the program Dateline Lagos. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balagum. Until next time, do remember to always stay safe.